Okay, so today we're talking about something that is a massive deal in geopolitics. For the first time since World War II, Japan is getting ready to export its own advanced missiles. Now, this isn't just another arms sale. It's a historic move that could literally redraw the military map of Asia. Let's dig into what's going on and why it's so important. At the very heart of this story is this thing right here, the Type 03 missile system. I know, it kind of looks like a big truck with some serious hardware bolted on, but this sophisticated air defense system is really the key to understanding a huge shift in Japanese policy. Just think about this for a second. For over 70 years, Japan has been a pacifist nation. Its own constitution has prevented it from selling weapons of war. But now, all of a sudden, it's in talks to export this really advanced missile system to the Philippines. This one deal is a major break from decades of history. So what is really at stake here? To get the full picture, we've got to look a little closer at the tech itself and, of course, the high-stakes games being played in the region. You know, this isn't just any old missile. The Type 03 can basically create a 50-kilometer protective bubble around it, and it's designed to knock incoming fighter jets and cruise missiles right out of the sky. So it's not just a shield, it's a powerful statement of military capability. For a country like the Philippines, getting this is an absolute game changer. But here's where it gets really interesting. To even think about selling this system, Japan has to completely rewrite its own rulebook. And we're not talking about a simple policy update. We're talking about dismantling a core piece of its national identity that's been locked in place for generations. For more than half a century, Japan has lived under this really strict, self-imposed ban on selling weapons. You can see how it progressed, right? From a limited ban back in '67 to what became a nearly total ban. As it stands today, they can only really sell non-lethal stuff like rescue vehicles. But that is all expected to change, maybe as early as next year. At the core of all this is a policy they call the Three Principles. For decades, this has been way more than just a rule. It's been the foundation of Japan's identity on the world stage, a nation that's committed to peace. So exporting advanced missiles to a country in a regional hotspot, that's not just bending the rules, it's shattering them. So, you have to ask, why the huge change and why right now? Well, a big part of the answer lies just south of Japan, in the very tense waters of the South China Sea. The Philippines is at the center of this for a very good reason. It's a key part of what military strategists call the first island chain, basically a string of islands that act as a natural barrier to China's navy. And with all the ongoing territorial fights with Beijing, the Philippines is, understandably, trying to upgrade its military. So for Japan, arming a key ally in such a critical spot is seen as a strategic must-do. Okay, now this is where it gets even more fascinating. This number, 110 kilometers. That's the distance from Japan's Yonaguni Island all the way to Taiwan. And guess what? Tokyo is putting this exact same missile system right there, effectively placing a major anti-air weapon right on China's doorstep. And as you can probably imagine, that move has gotten a very sharp reaction. Beijing has gone on the record calling the deployment on Yonaguni Island extremely dangerous. They see it as a direct provocation that's just making the whole situation in the region even more tense. Now, this missile deal isn't just some one-off event. It's actually a really important piece of a much larger puzzle, the rapid strengthening of alliances all across the region, with Japan right in the middle of it. I mean, just look at how fast things are moving. In September, a brand new defense treaty gets signed that lets Japanese troops be stationed in the Philippines. That's a historic first. Then almost immediately, the two countries are out there doing joint military exercises together. This missile deal is really just the next logical step in a security partnership that is getting deeper by the day. And you can see this shift in Japan's own bank account, too. The government is rushing to double its defense budget. They're trying to hit that NATO standard of 2% of GDP, and they want to do it 2 years ahead of schedule. This is a crystal clear signal that Japan is very, very serious about rearming. So what does this all add up to? When you put all these pieces on the board, Japan's new policies, its stronger alliances, and the military buildups happening all over the region, the picture that starts to form is one of escalating competition. What we're witnessing here is nothing short of a fundamental transformation. The Japan of the past, the one defined by its pacifist constitution and its bans on weapon exports, is giving way to a new Japan, one that's rearming, building powerful military partnerships, and getting ready to supply advanced weapons to its allies.
This single deal, this potential sale of one missile system, could very well be the opening move in a much larger, much more complicated strategic game. And it leaves us with a really critical question. As the old post-war order changes before our eyes, are we watching the opening stages of a brand new arms race in the Indo-Pacific?